Okay, so looking at your Prime Video, TV is my bag.
Yeah.
You have been following you guys around the world, and we've been in various markets in Australia and obviously Canada coming up, lots of European countries. From your position, you're obviously launching new products, going out to advertisers. Your sports rights are switching on as well. Are you fairly satisfied from where you're sitting with the launches in those markets and the business that you're bringing in?
I wouldn't say satisfied, because we're always working backwards from the customer and thinking about what more we could do. But I would say that we've made good progress. We've launched in 10 countries last year, 5 more countries this year. And what's been fun is to see with the introduction of Prime Video ads, it's helped us to unify our advertising suite, be able to help customers think more holistically across the customer journey, and be able to start to connect the dots and really think much more holistically about how they drive their business with marketing. And, we're very much about working with customers to help connect those dots from awareness, consideration through to conversion. And we're just getting started.
Yeah, I know you're just getting started. And one of the things that you wanted to illustrate to me is what the video component added was that sort of top of the funnel activation. Absolutely. With your, and you're obviously talking with CMOs regularly about it. Has that started to materialize in the way that you wanted to?
Yes, very much so. When we talk to CMOs, they're looking for help in simplifying their buys, media planning across the funnel. They're under a lot of pressure with CFOs and CEOs to really prove that their marketing investment is paying off. And very much we're helping them to do that, helping to connect the upper and lower funnel, which we know fundamentally has to work together and drive their business growth forward. And so I've been really pleased in the conversations we're having, the work we've done on the Amazon DSP, and being able in one place now to not only access Amazon premium content, but all of the premium publishers that we're integrated with, buy in one place, plan in one place, and get high fidelity measurement. Yeah. It's really coming together.
Well, you've got some announcements in that, and we would talk about that in a moment. Obviously, Disney came on board, and you got the Roku announcement as well. So it's a very large, it's a large player now as a DSP for the CTV market, which we'll come to. But with the conversations you're having at a high level, we're seeing actually media spend holding up despite the uncertainty, sort of in the economic uncertainty that we're sort of facing now. Outlook, are you seeing media spend stabilizing, continuing to grow? What's your sort of feel from chatting to the folks that you chat to?
Well, we're seeing it continue to grow with Amazon because we think we're still under our entitlement, and that there's a lot of opportunity with what we have to offer. And so I agree. I think,
is it the wider market too, or is it just, are you looking at just from the Amazon perspective?
No, well, I think the wider market has held up broader than people feared with tariffs.
It definitely did.
Yeah. And I still view us as having a lot of road to make up in terms of our capabilities. And, when you're in these sort of times of uncertainty, the natural thing to do is go to the things that work, go to the things you can't afford to take a flyer on a major campaign that's not going to pencil out for your business. And so we are seeing our advertisers really lean in with us, understanding they want more of the full funnel mindset to bring it all together, which we're really well positioned to do. And then, you mentioned we announced this week an integration with Disney real-time exchange, and now you have the ability to get premium Disney content on Hulu, Disney Plus, ESPN from the Amazon DSP, with the benefit of not only their strong signals, but our shopping signals and browsing signals as well. And I think, the more you can offer that kind of value, the more you're taking the guesswork out of advertising.
So it's interesting that the DSP play, are you basically opening your doors to everyone? You want all the major, I'm quite surprised that major streamers are joining too, because they obviously have their way of approaching their market. And Disney's attitude is open up the floodgates. Are you making your eyes at every available inventory source out there, TV brand, to join your DSP? Is that the play?
Yeah, absolutely. We want to be a great one-stop media buying shop for all of our advertisers, and that includes not only our premium content but everyone else's. And for all those other publishers, we provide not only help and convenience in the planning and the execution for our mutual advertisers, but the ability to provide the insights that we have about consumers and that the kind of information that makes it easy to execute. So we think and that will bring more advertisers into the video market.
So, and this is an important point because we always talk about growing. I think we all grow together if we can focus on the whole market. We mentioned the UK before. You joined ThinkBox there. You're joining various JICs around the world. Numeris Canada, Barb. I believe you've got announcements in Australia as well.
Yeah. Metra, et cetera.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, that in France. And I think growing that pie, I think, is important from the streamers as well as the commercial broadcasters. One of the big areas that we've been talking about a lot is taking money from the social video guys. Differentiating that premium environments and taking spend from areas where it's theoretically less effective. Are you seeing that? What does TV, from your view, need to do in order to take more of those budgets?
Yeah, so in my mind, connected TV, a lot of it is about making the buying process simpler and the measurement clearer. And it's one of the reasons we're really excited about our exclusive Roku agreement that we announced this week, right? It's this opportunity now to form the largest connected TV footprint in the U.S., 80% of households, over 80 million households a month. And in one buy, you can understand all of the reach that you're getting across multiple publishers, frequency cap it so the user experience is actually, and viewer experience is really good, and the measurement to bring it all home. So we think it's a big game changer. We think it makes Amazon DSP the #1 place to buy your connected TV, and we think it's representative of the kind of simplification that advertisers are looking for.
So taking money off the social video stuff, you think ease of buy, consistent measurement, is that what you're getting at?
Well, consistent measurement and also premium content. Like,
okay.
Don't forget that also the idea that this is brand safe content.
Yeah. Okay. But on that point, and this is a sort of a bugbear of mine. I'm going to ask you on some specific numbers on that CTV stuff with Roku, because you just said you're the largest seller of CTV inventory in the US now.
No, what I said is we have the largest connected TV
inventory
footprint.
Okay.
In the US. And what that means, and I'm glad you asked because I should unpack that a bit.
Yeah.
What that means is we have the largest addressable, logged in, connected TV base in the US, which essentially means across 80% of streamers, we can understand who's watching what. We can plan your buys better. We can frequency cap them more effectively.
Yeah. And
what we see is better return. I'll give one example. In some early tests that we did, we saw 40% incremental reach. We achieved that with 30% less frequency and 3 times ROAS.
Yeah.
And those are like, that's the sort of thing.
Can you do the frequency across other inventory sources
Absolutely.
as well? Because
that's what it does. The most effective thing is now it's not just about Amazon's inventory or Roku's inventories. It's about being able to do it across all of the premium publishers that we offer, which is why your earlier question about, hey, do you want to work with all premium publishers? Absolutely, we do. We want to do that because advertisers are telling us, not just Amazon, but all of us premium publishers, hey, you need to be as simple to buy as TV. And I think actually the exclusive deal we have with Roku and the footprint and understanding we'll have in the streaming TV universe will really make it easier.
And just so I'm clear on this, and forgive me if it's a daft question, I asked plenty of them, so don't worry, you won't be the only one. But you can actually manage, so you've got a Roku inventory source, you've got your own stuff, maybe even Disney, but you can actually look and go, actually that person's been served this ad twice, we're done.
Exactly.
So you can
absolutely. We can frequency cap that. We can understand
that could clean up
reach.
an issue that's been a bugbear for the CTV market as well.
Exactly. And here's the key: we're not doing that through modeling or inference. We're doing this through logged in, authenticated users.
Yeah, I think that's important.
Right. And so the level of fidelity you can get is unprecedented.
So one of the issues with the CTV market, the wider market, is the level of transparency. So the programs you market that you're on, your time of day, who it's hitting, and your numbers.
Exactly.
So when it's an authenticated impression, you're saying there's full transparency as well for clients.
Absolutely.
That's the information you're providing.
Absolutely. The quality of signal that we'll have, and therefore the level of precision you'll have at scale, is unprecedented. And that's the opportunity.
Well, one thing that's really interesting is outside of the US, you've got the jigs, which you guys are working with, right? That's the gold standard trusted place. What do you do in the US? Because they don't exist in the same way, which you're probably learning working in these different markets.
Yeah.
How do you get to that same level of transparency that you see in the rest of the world in the US market, which is way more fragmented?
Yeah, I think it's about working with a variety of different advertisers on what their trusted third-party measurement regimes are. It's things like MRC accreditation, which certify that your measurement is rigorous and adheres to certain standards. It doesn't have the same imprimatur that a JIC may have, but I think you do end up getting to some very popular and trusted resources.
So the key is if they trust that particular measurement, you'll work with them.
Yeah,
that's it.
Absolutely.
So the last question,
we want to, we want to work. We believe in our products, and we work with trusted third parties where we go through our own checks of their methodology as well, to make sure it's one that we also believe in. But we want to make it easy for advertisers.
And you're keen not to be a black box to open that up so people can see that. And I think that's
important. We're on record as that we want to be a crystal box.
Crystal box.
Yeah, we want to be transparent about what we do, and we know advertisers need to have it.
Because one of the things is you're calling it CTV, and I think this is just to wrap up this piece is, especially in the US, it's got a bit of a bad name, right? It's riddled with non-transparent media. There's fraud implications. And what you're suggesting with all that is that you can actually separate from that term in a way. You can actually provide the streaming inventory with ads, with independent measurement, and that's key, is sort of cleaning up that mess.
Absolutely. And I think we'll look back in a couple of years and we'll call it TV.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Take the C out?
Yeah. No, I think...
Is it because the water's been muddied too much with it?
I think that's where the world is going.
Yeah.
Right? And I think there's some... it's like when we used to refer to digital advertising. Now it's just advertising because, of course, it's digital. And I think it'll be just TV. And I'd like to think that Amazon will help a little bit to reinvent that.
Well, it'll be interesting to watch the journey and see it grow. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, Justin.